Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Melanin Lipstick channel. This is Bree, and if this is your first time to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And please leave a comment down below. I will graciously appreciate it. Thank you so much. And the very hairs on your head are all numbered, so don't be afraid. You are more valuable to God than a whole flock of sparrows. Luke 12:7. Texturism. What is texturism? Well, according to Google search, it is the discrimination faced by those with coarser and more afro-textured hair. Texturism is based on the premise that hair textures closer to white are more acceptable. In an article on the subject, texturism was said to foster the idea that certain types of natural hair patterns are more desirable or seen as more beautiful than others, and that texturism was real in the Black community, and that Black people did not create it but maintain it. I would add and say, what if you were not raised in the Black community? What would that do to add to your stress level about caring for your curly, coily hair? This has happened through the centuries, and this has happened now also. Case in point, superstar Doja Cat. Doja Cat is a popular chart-topping singer from Los Angeles, California. Doja Cat is a biracial American woman raised by her single mother who is Caucasian. She also has a Black South African father who is a famous actor from Africa. Her father went back to South Africa when Doja was little after being homesick, and his family remained in California. Doja did not get to have a relationship with her father growing up, so she has a lack of really knowing the Black experience, or possibly even people to school her on things growing up. Doja Cat has a bad history of saying negative things about Black people. She has been caught saying the N word. She also has a racist song called Didn't Do Nothing, which is an alt-right term used by racists to ridicule African American victims of police brutality. And she also has another racist song called Ain't S Word, which says the N word repeatedly. This same woman has a history of discussing how much she doesn't like her 4C hair. In fact, she seems to hate it. She recently shaved her head completely on Instagram. And some say she was brave, some say she's a risk taker. But I wonder, is this young lady possibly not ever taught her about to love her Black texture hair? We all want to love that the Black woman's firm behind, but let's not be too Black, right? The Black diaspora has experienced this in the past 400 years, this disdain for Black textured hair. In the 15th and 16th centuries, the Atlantic slave trade saw Black Africans forced into being transported from Africa to the Caribbean islands, South America, and North America. And upon their arrival into the New World, their heads would be shaved in an effort to erase and eradicate their culture, as many Africans used their intricate hairstyles to signify their tribal identities. Black people who were ripped from their homes did not have the correct tools to care for their hair properly, so they were relegated to using what they could in the Americas. The Tignon Law was a 1786 law enacted by the Spanish governor of Louisiana, Esteban Nero. This man forced biracial women and Black women to wear Tignon headscarves on their heads to stop drawing admiring eyes to themselves. Now, of course, Black people turned this into an opportunity to design up the Tignon scarf. This happened because many white women were displaced and upset because Black women were getting admiring eyes from white men. After slavery, to fit in more and be more white appealing, many Black women did other things to their hair. Case in point, Madam C.J. Walker, a entrepreneur woman, and she was a philanthropist and a political and social activist. She was recorded as the first female self-made millionaire in America in the Guinness Book of World Records. Mary Ellen Pleasant, who was a 19th century entrepreneur, as well as a real estate magnate and abolitionist, also came up with different ways for Black women to fit in. Both of these women became rich through inventing Black hair growth serums and other creams, as well as using hot combs for Black women. These things were deemed to assist black women to be more assimilated into the white culture. Hot combs and other hair elixirs were used at that time as well as this time in the 21st century in black homes to this very day. Those 20th century elixirs promised that they would heal scalp ailments, and they also promoted hair growth. And some benefits were done for black hair. This also was the start of many black business entrepreneurs. It was a monumental step for black female entrepreneurs who followed these women throughout the decades. But truly, they were not taught to really take care of their hair. Back in Africa, African hair was part of someone's identity. From your very hairstyles, black people could tell which tribe you came from, your social status. Were you of royal birth? Were you a soldier or even a peasant? Your religion affiliation, your class, socioeconomics, as well as your fertility. Africans had hairstyles for just about every occasion, and they were intricate and beautiful, but that stopped after slavery, and that knowledge also was erased and eradicated. Black folks continued on to the best of their ability throughout the centuries to take care of their hair as best we could. And we were relegated for things that we could get our hands on in the New World. These many things were things like sulfur 8 grease, Vaseline grease, blue magic grease, as well as hot combs, kitty perms, and children of the 80s and early 90s, Jerry curls, and so on. This things that were used at that time has and continued to damage black hair. Black people were separated from the natural herbs and the motherland in Africa to take care of their hair properly. And African people who remained in the continent of Africa throughout the diaspora, some of them were still connected. And they knew things like argan oils, shea butters, marilla oil, ghee butters, and other such nutrients that is needed for our type of hair. Finally, in today's world, we finally do have more access to these nutrients to properly care for our hair. We have natural hair videos as well as black hair products to keep it naturally beautiful. Black natural hair books and natural hair salons are opening up today, and this helps us. There have been many lies that has been stated throughout the centuries about curly, natural melanated hair, and that it does not grow, and that black women are quote unquote black bald headed, which is not correct. Our hair is naturally coily, curly, kinky, but it's not nappy. It just needs detangling and stretched out. Our hair grows outwardly, horizontally, and white your hair grows vertically. So it is not short. It is curly and unstretched. All hair grows, and most people hair grow at half an inch per month. So the myth or lie that black hair cannot grow is a racist propaganda from centuries old, and is part of the white supremacy handbook throughout the centuries, and it continues to this day. African descendant hair produces sebum, which is a protective oil which keeps our hair healthy. African hair produces more oil than Caucasian hair. There are celebrities now who have shown their hair recently. People like Cardi B, who has shown her hair growth and the hair serums that she used on her hair. She has even said that her Afro natural hair is very beautiful and strong. Now, Cardi B has had a past history of some questionable statements towards black women, but she has rocked her naturally hair respectfully. Megan Thee Stallion also has shown her hair growth on Instagram. So there is progress that has been done. Hopefully this will occur more and more, and hopefully they will rock their natural hair in music videos and award shows in the near future. People like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B have a difference of being raised than Doja Cat. Doja Cat has a bad history with her black father. Megan was raised in Houston and Cardi in Brooklyn, New York, which has a black population of large number. Doja Cat was raised in LA, where yes, there is a black population, But if you don't have access to that and you are raised with a Caucasian mother, you may not know such things about survival and what it takes to take care of black hair. With the Crown Act, which is a law prohibiting discrimination against black Afro hair, which was passed in 18 states recently, the tide is turning finally to a better course. Why the Crown Act is important, you may ask. The Crown Act is a critical law. Is critical because it ensures that employers, schools, and businesses cannot discriminate against black hair, and it is very important. We have faced racial discrimination because of the Centipede. There is a lot of talk about this law, and I'm very much happy and I'm here for it. Well spoken, well connected, and highly educated black women like Congresswoman Cori Bush from St. Louis and other Congresswomen such as Ayanna Presley from Massachusetts, as well as CNN commentator and first black press secretary Corinne Jean Pierre, all wear their natural hair out in public. They are seen by millions of people every day on all of the news channels and throughout Twitter, as well as other ways of seeing people. And their hairs are showing each and every day. They are some of the few black women that are in the forefront and probably show their crowns. Black hair should be celebrated and embraced throughout the diaspora. Texturism has occurred in Brazil throughout the centuries, and there was a song back in the 90s called Look at Her Hair, which made fun of black hair. Also in South Africa, there was a hair care company which showed black hair in its ad campaign as unruly, unmanageable, and uncouth, while the white hair model was seen as beautiful and elegant. All styles have been copied and appropriated, but no one has the style, the grace, the tenacity, and swag of black women to pull it off. Our styles are everything, and everyone knows it. No one shows out on hairstyles like black women, and that is pinpoint in the end of the story. I hope that this video serves you well to know a little bit more about texturism and know that melanated women are beautiful and they are well deserving of much love. Please continue to like and subscribe and share this video. I would very much appreciate it and have a good day. God bless you and thanks again.